Okay, my YouTube family and friends, I am here once more. I am here once more. And tonight is just saying thanks to all of you who have been supporting. Thank you for all of you who have found some form of upliftment in what I say or what I do. My whole intention is that we feel encouraged and we understand that at no time we're alone in any situation that we're in, and to remind us that it's good that when things are great, we are sharing with others, and when things are not so great, still reach out and talk to someone. A lot of times people will say, oh my God, they talk too much, but have you ever said something to someone and you were thinking in one direction or thinking just one way about something, and when you mention it to someone, they share some information with you that is so vital, is so important. So listen, as long as there's somebody to listen to you talk about it, talk about your business. Don't worry about other people's business, talk about your business. Tonight, the business I'm here to talk about is the holidays that are coming up and the stresses that sometimes we go through. Right now, here in America, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, and it is necessary for me to just remind us that all these holidays that come around are so commercialized, and we have to remember that the things that are being promoted are to put monies in people's pockets. So at no point should you put yourself through the unnecessary stresses to be like everybody else. Stay focused. If you can afford a chicken, a half a chicken, if that's what you have to be thankful for, go for it. And be thankful, be genuinely thankful. And when the holiday is over and gone, just know that you're going to feel good because you didn't put yourself in unnecessary stresses. A lot of times we go overboard because we want to look good, or we want to go back to work and tell our co-workers how many different meats are on our tables and how many different pies and all of these things. And afterwards we are struggling because we didn't budget all that, and then we come to some shortfalls. So I'm just telling us that for a person who raised 3 children, and yes, there were fat days, good days, there were great days, but I always taught my children that if Christmas comes and all mommy can afford is a meal on the table, I taught them to be thankful for that. If I cannot afford a gift to wrap in a paper at that moment, be thankful. Because there are other days, and our Christmas might not be everybody else's Christmas Day. Our New Year's Day might not be everybody else's New Year's Day. Right? So at every point, please remember to teach our children the values instead of the unnecessaries. Because it's not a good thing. Right now, prices have gone up so badly. You know, food that people need, the common food to keep people alive, to keep them nourished, have gone up tremendously. And they blame everything on the pandemic. They don't have enough people to work. They don't have enough things to go around. And so everything is blamed on the pandemic. So I'm just reminding us to prevent the stress, just stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Enjoy your family. Don't. Well, it's just my opinion, because I remember our sadness one year when my stepbrother was driving He was tired. He worked in New York, and he left New York to visit his family in the South somewhere. And then after that, because they were invited to Florida for dinner to enjoy Thanksgiving, he didn't rest. He went, he got the rental, and he headed out to Florida. And yes, he made it to Georgia, but then fell asleep because he was so tired. And we lost family. We lost family. He lost a child. His wife lost a leg. You know, it was a bad accident. And all because we want to be with families on this day. But I look at it like, the families who are close by, yes. And I can tell you what to do, but I'm just still saying, let us think of what's important and let us focus on that. Let us not put ourselves in unnecessary situations. Sometimes, you know, we are rushing for this one day, and we're putting ourselves through all sort of things. And then for the rest of time, there is no quality time. There are no calls. There are no encouragement. There, you know, it is so sporadic. But because the commercialized world say, where's you need a turkey, you need cranberry sauce, you need apple pies and pumpkin pies and potato pies and all these things, and we put ourselves out there. But it's worth it more if each day we get up and we encourage one another. If each day we get up and we are thankful for one another. If each day we know that we need some support and we're there for each other. Those are the things that we should cherish. Those are the priceless Thanksgivings that we should have. Those are the real gift that we should be giving at Christmas time. Those are the real things we should be giving at Valentine's Day. Those priceless gifts, you can put a price on them when we're caring and sharing and lifting up and giving support when it's needed. It's the ugliest thing when somebody like really ignores you, can't say thank you, can't say I love you, can't say I appreciate you. But then that Valentine's Day come and they give you 2 dozen roses or 12 roses and a card for what? Why not make it every day you get up and you're using those beautiful, priceless words? I thank you, appreciate that you did that. You know, I am so grateful. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for doing that for me. Thank you for just the little words that mean much. For Christmas, don't go out there and buy these gifts that people don't even like sometimes. Do you buy a sweater and they hate it so badly? Sometimes you buy these things just because you want to be out there with everyone else, pushing along the crowds. And yes, I'm shopping. Oh, I'm finished shopping for Christmas. But yet those same mouths or hands and feet that goes out there and do all of this and after Christmas, there's no communication. There is no, how are you feeling over there? So I just wanted to talk about these commercialized holidays when businesses talk about how much millions they made, what their profits look like. And we are left with what? A lot of wasted food, a lot of flowers that doesn't mean as much as they should, a lot of candy that add the pounds on. No, but I do love my chocolate, but, you know, we're left with so much useless things. But they're gone, adding up how much millions of dollars they profited of us. Easter comes. Just think of the whole year. And you start with Christmas ending the year before and it spills over to New Year. Then you have Valentine's Day rolls around and here comes the chocolate and the flowers and the cards, meaningless things sometimes, because we only buy them because we can afford to buy them. And then here comes Easter and the Easter eggs and the Easter bunnies and and all of those other things and all the candy in the world and the little baskets and then they're thrown somewhere because it doesn't mean a thing. And then it continues on for us. We have 4th of July and all the loud noises and all of that. And then we have the Labor Days when people don't go out and labor. It's more cooking and drinking and we need a grill because everybody else is grilling. So we need a grill to grill too. And it continues on till we get back to November and it's Thanksgiving. And then after that, we look forward to December when it's Christmas. Again. And don't forget the Black Friday that they throw in November, after our Thanksgiving dinner, right? They have to throw it in because if you look back at the history, a lot of us don't even realize that Black Friday, when we're rushing out there after Thanksgiving dinner, our stomachs are so full, and we have to go hold a line and we wait for hours in the cold to get that big screen TV and to get all the things that they're sitting there blinding our eyes with. That Black Friday was really an ugly day for Black people. It was a day after they harvest the goods and the Black people slaved. It was a time now to trade them off. Let us not forget those things. Let us not forget what happened to the Indians during Thanksgiving. We look at the big meal, but let's not forget that they went through ugly moments when a lot of them died because now they weren't needed anymore. So we jump and we celebrate these things and we feel good and it's all what they show us. But let us find out what the history behind them are. And so that we don't get caught up into the fluff. We don't get caught up into all the unnecessaries, but that what we do and how we do it makes sense. And as we teach our children, because we need to leave our legacies with them. They need to know, and they can only know if we teach them the truths. History is not taught in schools the way it should. When I took history here, it was a lot of anger because things that were taught and the way they were taught, it wasn't truth. It wasn't the truth. There's a lot of lies. And so today I just wanted to remind us that as we get ready for these holidays, a lot of families will not have much to put on their tables. And we want them to know that it's okay. It's okay. Enjoy what you have. And whichever day you want to become your Thanksgiving, you make it your Thanksgiving. You don't need to celebrate now if you can't afford it. We know many lost jobs. We know many are still not back in the workforce. We know. And because we know that, let us remember that it's okay if you're not celebrating like the Browns are. But in the same token, with the same token, let us not create stress for ourselves. Children know when we're stressed. Children are stressed too. So let us not pretend. Let us not put ourselves in debt. Let us not create situations that are going to be hard for us to get over once all the hoopla is gone. Because when all the smoke clears, we want to be standing firm. We want to be laughing. Maybe not out loudly, but at least we can laugh. When Christmas rolls around, don't put yourselves in debt for gifts that people don't even appreciate. And they might smile and say, thank you, I love it, oh, I love it. but then you never see them use it again. Sometimes people have more than they need, and we feel like we need to give them something more that they don't need. I am one person that you don't need to do that for. I don't need anything at all more than love and appreciation and respect. That's all I need. So as I talk about this, I got a thing this morning that says, when are you going to put out your next video? So now, I mean, I'm getting, you know, people are, I appreciate that people, they want to hear me. And I, as I said, I speak sometimes. I'm thinking that it's not much, but then it is so uplifting because the comments you leave and the words you share. Some of you are so awesome with your writing, and you know that I respond to all of them. And so I so totally appreciate it. Remember that on Saturday we'll do a live, and I will bless 4 or 5 people where they are. And it might not be much, it's $50, but just know that it's a token from the heart. And I always admire the Chinese people. When I lived in New York years ago, they never pass a penny on the street. They bend and pick it up. And I know that us, sometimes as Black people, we go in their stores and we feel like we got our little paychecks and we can afford a little something. And we go in and they say 99 cents or $3.99, and we walk away and we leave our change. Not understanding that if 100 of us walk away and leave 100 pennies, that's a whole $1 for them. And so I think of them and how they do things and why they do things and the way they do things. And I wish that we also will learn from the way they do what they do as they build their wealth and have done very well over the years. So as I speak, and as I share the things that I'm able to share, I always pray and hope that no matter how small, that it has been a blessing to someone. So the gifts that I'll be giving out is $50 for 5 lucky people. And as I said, it might not be much, but added to a little more, it can do much. I want to appreciate all of you who subscribe to my channel and continue to encourage people to join. And if any one video or 2 or 3, I like to say, uplifted you, motivated, encouraged you, then please share it with others, because I am sure if it touched a chord in you, it will touch a chord in someone else. And for those people who became members, thank you. It means a lot to me. When I do the lives and I see you rolling, it says much to me. I'm not a professional videographer. My videos are just what you see is what you get. I don't know how to edit. And so I tape and I upload. But I thank you for appreciating it and for responding in the ways that you have been responding. And so as I go forth as a teacher practitioner, it's a daily blessing to be a role model for someone, to encourage the children that I work with, to listen to them, to watch their smiles. Now it's good to see that they can play outside and their masks are off and you can see the faces behind the mask. And sometimes it's a puzzle because all you used to see are those beautiful eyes, and then to see the faces that come forth to match those eyes, you have to be thankful. And you encourage each of them and remind them that they're beautiful and they're filled with greatness and goodness and love. And so I thank God for the gift that he gave to me. I think he gave me many gifts, but I am so grateful. And as I every day ask him to continue to just guide my path, because nothing I do is of my own will. I think it's through him. I have a friend who constantly says, "Are you an angel?" And I say, "I have no halo and I have no wings." So I know that I'm just a regular person here on earth. But let us strive for greatness. Let us strive for goodness. Let us become the blessing that we can become for others. Because sometimes we're all they have. And so let us be the best us for them. Today I want to read a poem from Louise Bennett and Dr. Louise Coverley Bennett. I give her honor because she worked hard for it. And it's just something to think about, maybe to laugh about, but to remember that, as she said, when times are hard, right now there's some places where people are really struggling. And she said, "Sun a shine, but things are bright. Though pot a boil, bickle enough. River flood, but water scarce, y'all. Rain a fall, but dirty tough." Things are bad that nowadays, when you ask somebody how them do, them afraid you take it, tell them back. So them no answer you. No care how much we da work for hard times, still in our shot. With a fight, hard time a beat we. They might raise the wages, but £1 gone on pound we pay, and we no feel no merriment for £10 gone pound with food and £10 pound with rent. Saltfish gone up, mackerel gone up, pork and beef gone up. And when rice and butter ready, them just gone for a holiday. Cloth, boot, pin and needle gone up. Ice, bread, taxes, water rate, kerosene oil, gasoline gone up. And the pound devaluate. The price of bread gone up so high that we have to agree. Fi cut we eye pan bread and all, turn dumpling refugee. And all them mark up smaddy, where they go on like fatty sin, all them they went the fast with me, I left them to dumpling. Sun a shine and pot a boil, but things are bright, bickle no enough. Rain a fall, river the flood, but water scarce and dirty tough. So as we go through people, I am it's a poetry in me. But as we go forth, yes, rain or fall, but dirty tough. Doesn't matter, we work hard, but things, the bills are there. And every month, no matter how you work, you know that you got a budget, you got to pay the bills, you got to pay the bills, because without paying those bills, you know how it's going to be. So yes, we have jobs, and we are working, and things sometimes, you know, look okay. But as I said, rain or fall, but dirty tough. As the holidays come on, please, please remember, do not create stress for yourselves. Do not create stress for your children. Do what you can do with what you have. Because we know that when dirty tough, no food not gonna grow. When dirty tough, not gonna easy at all. So I say it again. If you can't be good, be careful, but walk good. Spend wisely. Enjoy your day as it comes, whether you have a big feast or a small feast. Remember the people around you. Give a little back. And so that we all can smile together. We all can laugh together. We all can feel good inside and out. For those of you still on the weight loss journey, remember, just keep moving. Don't stop moving. Yesterday I did so much. I was so proud of me. So much. From morning light straight up until the thing. I was off the floor about 9:30. But it felt good that as you move and you lose the weight, you feel good and you continue to lose the weight. You have people in your corner encouraging you. You find that it becomes easier, and you find that the things that you thought couldn't be done, they can be done. They have been done, and they'll continue to be done. So again, I say, walk good, be good, be careful. But my love, I give to you, and I so appreciate all of you who have respected me, who have loved me, who have cared, who have encouraged, who have suggested, and who have just loved me for who I am. Thank you.